Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. Today we are exploring the magic of Khiva. So let's go. Our 15 hours journey started at 2 a.m. with such an amazing company. Time just flew by. We made stop for food, playing game and catch some sleep along the way. One of the highlights was stopping in Bukhara Desert. We took a moment and just stop and enjoy the breathtaking endless view. We experienced something truly unique, drinking tea with a bit of sand, which is a real local feature here. Also tried our first tukumbarak, the famous traditional dish of the Khwarezm region. After all snacks and laughter, those 15 hours left like a breeze. And finally, we are reached our destination, the magic city Khiva. After checking into our hotel, we headed out to experience the magic Khiva at the night. After delicious meal, we went for a walk through the moonlight streets of Ichankala. There is something so peaceful and ancient about this place after dark. Just enjoy the view. Day 2 in Hiva has begun. We started our morning by visiting the Nurlabai Palace. There is a fascinating story behind its name. The Khan wanted to build the palace here and bought the land from the wealthy merchant named Nurilabai. Nurilabai agreed to sell it, but only on one condition, that the palace would always bear his name. That's why this palace called Nurilabai. Now we are in the palace of the one of the big Hans. I forget name. I will write here. And here the museum of the photographer Daibirken, and he makes amazing photos which are can save the unique time at that moment. And here so many artificial Asian people, Asian time, how they live, which kind of work they work. That's all. And here the photo of Borat. Yes, Khudaybirgan Divanov was the first Uzbek photographer and filmmaker who captured the face and life of Khiva over 100 years ago. Seeing those original photos right where they were taken is like traveling back in the time. Architecture here is truly unique. It's a stunning blend of traditional Khwarezmian craftsmanship and late 19th century European Russian imperial style. You can see this in the ground fireplace, colorful parquets, and even the chandeliers. Honestly, it's remind me a bit of Topkapi Palace in Istanbul that I have visited, but the vibe here completely different. It is authentic, raw, and incredibly beautiful. Pictures and photos don't do it justice. You have to see this magic with your own eyes. The next location is Ichankala. We saw Vichankala at the night, but now we are back with guide to truly dive into its history. Ichankala is the first site in Central Asia to become a UNESCO World Heritage City. Imagine, it's open-air museum where people still live today. Inside this 10 meters high brick wall, you will find over 50 historical monuments and 250 old houses. For centuries, this was the last stop for caravans before crossing the desert toward Iran. Walking here is not just a tour, it's like stepping directly into the living fairy tale from the 1001 Nights. Time for a lunch break. We left City Wall for a short drive to the very special place called Uli Havli, which means the Grand Yard. It's a unique 17th century fortress that was built to strengthen the friendship between Uzbeks and Turkmens. Walking inside feels like entering a different world. The fortress has been perfectly restored, and you can see traditional Turkmen's yurt, ancient millstones, and even camels. Of course, we came here for the food. We finally tried the authentic chivitache, bright green dill pasta served by juicy meat and potato. After our amazing lunch at Ulihovli, we returned to Chankala just as the evening lights began to transform the city. There is a special kind of silence that falls over these Asian streets before sunset. As we continued our tour, we learned that the city within city was one of the vital links on the Great Silk Road. It wasn't just a place for trade, but a center of science and religion. Every carved wooden door and every mosaical tile here tells a story of craftsmen who spent their entire lives perfecting their art. This is Ibn Sina Museum. He is the father of modern medicine who changed the world with his genius over 1,000 years ago. What is truly mind-blowing is that despite being the UNESCO site, Ichankala is still alive. People are living here in these centuries-old houses. Children are playing in these areas, and life goes on just as it did 100 years ago. It's not just a museum; it's living piece of history. That is for my Hiva vlog. I hope you loved the vibe of this living fairy tale. If you enjoyed the journey, let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring. Bye bye, guys.